afternoon. So before we get started, I'm going to see if you guys could help me figure out what day today is. So let's go over what days that we've already had, and let's see if that will help us. So we've had Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, today. What is today? What day comes after Tuesday? It starts with the sound, the letter sound that says w, w, like window. Let's see. W, w. Wednesday. Yes. Happy Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. That means that we are almost done with the school week. We only have Thursday and Friday, and then it's the weekend again. So, another thing I wanted to go over was it's already April. Can you believe it? So when we left school for spring break, we left in March, and now we're already back in April, and we are hoping that maybe we'll be going to school sometime later this month. So keep your fingers crossed that we will be able to see each other in class again. Another thing that I wanted to go over is some new changes that we made for our Google Classroom and the way that we're doing things. So I know some of you guys have already joined in on our Splash Learn. So it's basically just for math, and it helps us see where you guys are at so we can help you grow in math and learn in math and keep going, keep all of this learning process continuing to go on even though that you are at home and you're not at school. So if you've already logged on to the site, I hope you're enjoying it as much as we thought that you would. It's really, really fun. So going back to it being April, there's a holiday that happens in April. Do you know what it is? That's right, Easter. So Easter does come in April. Easter might look different this year because of the coronavirus and things that are happening in the world, but that's okay. We can make changes, and we will grow from them, and we will learn from them and come out better than we were before, so it's okay. But I did choose some books that are based off of Easter. Today will not be a book based off Easter. Today will be a book based off of spring and the springtime flowers. And it looks like this. Oops, there we go. So the title is called Splat the Cat Oopsie-Daisy. So we're going to be reading this book today, and then the rest of my book read alouds, the rest of these story times will be of some Easter books I will be reading, okay? So let's start. Okay, Splat the Cat Oopsie-Daisy. And if we turn to the first cover page, it is written by Rick Farley, and the illustrator is Lauren Brantz. It was almost springtime. The weather was getting warmer, but the sky was still gray and rainy. Splat thought, being stuck inside was a waste of a Saturday afternoon. Splat perked up when a sopping wet Seymour scurried to his room. Seymour was carrying a weird-looking seed. "Where did you get that?" asked Splat. There's the seed. Seymour held up the seed and stared at it. Then he shrugged it again. "I wonder what kind of seed it is," said Splat. "It could be anything." So they're doing some investigations and using their magnifying glasses to figure it out. "Well, there's only one way to solve this mystery, Seymour. Let's see if we can make it grow." "I think we need to plant it first," Splat said. "But I've never planted anything before. Do you know how to plant a seed?" Seymour shrugged. Okay then, let's go to the library to find out, Splat announced. And there's a sign. One says cat school and one says library. Splat and Seymour walked straight into the library to look for a book about gardening. The only problem was that there was so much information. Splat wanted to grow one seed, not a whole field of corn. After staring at the shelves for a long time, Splat finally asked the librarian. She was happy to help him find the perfect book. And the book is called A Cat's Guide to Plants and Potting. The book said the first step was getting a pot and filling it with soil. Not all the soil landed in the pot. So here's the soil. And look at where it all went. Uh-oh. Next, Splat planted the seed in the dirt. He set the flower pot on a sunny windowsill. Then he watered the soil. Not all the water went onto the pot. What happened to all the water? Where is it going? That's right, on Seymour. Splat checked the flower pot every day. He hoped and hoped for a sign of a sprout. He wondered what kind of plant it would be. What do you think? What kind of plant is it going to become? Maybe the seed would grow into a wild garden of roses. Or maybe the seed would grow into a tree as tall as the sky. Splat couldn't wait to see what grew. He sang to the seed, he read to it, he told it stories. For 2 whole weeks, Splat waited and waited for the seed to do something. Splat was ready to just give up. Maybe the seed would never sprout. Feeling terribly disappointed, he watered the soil one last time just in case. The dirt in the pot shifted a little when Splat added water. A tiny green spout sprang up. Splat cheered loudly, but quickly shut his mouth. He didn't want to scare the little plant back into the soil. Oh my goodness. Do you see the little green sprout? During the next week, the sprout grew and grew, straggling leaves. Splat was thrilled when a few days later, a little bud appeared atop of the stem. The next day, the bud opened and a bloom blossomed. It wasn't a wild jungle plant or a many-colored rose or a tall tree. It was a flower, a little daisy, and Splat knew just who to give it to. Who do you think Splat is going to give his daisy to? Let's see if your predictions are correct. I love it, said Mom. It's the most special flower ever. Splat smiled as he hugged his mother. I grew it myself, Splat said, with a little help from Seymour. The end. So, what did you guys think of the book? You can share it with your mommy or daddy. Tell them what you liked about it. And maybe, if your mommy and daddy let you, you can maybe grow your own flowers or your own vegetables at your house. All you need is one little pot, some soil, your seed, and water. So maybe it could be a project for you and mom and dad to do at home. Okay, you have to ask them and see if they'll allow you to do something like that. Other than that, I think that's it, and I will see you on Friday. Bye.